another video. This video, I want to talk about trucking companies. Now, when you have a big company that you work for in trucking, there are pros and cons. And my opinion is they're all cons, but we'll discuss this. Big companies, you know, if you're a company driver, not an owner-operator, I can't discuss on that. I'm just talking about being a company driver. Working for a big company, these big companies want to give you benefits. They give you low CPM to compensate. So instead of giving you high CPM and no benefits, they give you very low CPM and some benefits. That's a negative in my opinion, because you might not want all those benefits, and you would probably still have to pay for some of these benefits out of pocket. But they lower your CPM a tremendous amount. Company drivers don't make as much like big company drivers. Next, there's one dispatcher to every 50 to 100 drivers, on average, right? Dispatchers could be in each territory on the map of the 48 states or whatever it is, and each dispatcher or 10 dispatchers for each region would be who you would have to deal with there. So you never really get to talk and be with that person to understand each other on a first name basis, etc. Generally, no, it's not going to happen. Even if you're probably in the field for 20 years, well, dispatchers come and go. Some people get promoted or fired. Generally, that relationship isn't going to last forever. And you're just going to be in that never-ending, got to meet new people, and you will never have them understand you. All right, so this is going to be an issue. Okay, we'll just let that happen. So big companies don't really look out for your best interest. No matter what they tell you, they want you to produce revenue. They want you to be a resource that they're spending money on to give them more resources. That's why you have equipment. So you are no different than that equipment that they purchased. So you are a commodity that they need in order to make money. The labor portion of it. Not the equipment specifically, but the labor. But you're like the equipment in terms of them spending money on you to get the job done. So they're not really looking out for your best interest. I want to keep explaining this. Low CPM. Maybe if you work in the company forever, you might get a little more CPM, or you can cry your way to more benefits. But ultimately, a big company is not who you want to work for. They could probably help you with 401k accounts, things like that, if that's what you really want. Now, again, that's still a con to me. I know a lot of people, dude, that's free money, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why you have such low CPM. All right, so they're stealing your money. They're not giving you as much money, and you agree upon this. So I don't like big companies. I've told you guys over and over again why I don't like big companies. Now, understand something. I worked for a smaller trucking company for a year and a half or a little longer. And in that company, they had 120 drivers, I would say, on average, during the whole time I was with them. 120. Not like an extreme amount of drivers, but it's still a lot more than like a small fleet, obviously. I would still consider that a big company. Is it better for you to probably start off on one of those companies? Yes. But once you have experience on a 100-truck company type thing, go even smaller. In fact, the less trucks your company owns, probably the better, because they will pay you more, they will have more one-on-one time with you, you will know your dispatcher, etc. this is all just me in my experience, but there's a universal truth to this. And I think most truckers know this. So that's why this is more geared to people that are rookies. Don't start off in a major company. Start off in a smaller company. Maybe 100 trucks or something. Don't start off in one of those major carriers like Prime, Swift, etc. Don't do it. It is good for some instances, like tuition reimbursement, if you like those benefits. Because what's going to happen when you are just getting out in the trucking? Tuition's important, reimbursement on that, and you're basically going to get low CPM anyways. So that's kind of what you're looking for. It's like tuition reimbursement, a way to get experience. So then you, outside of your rookie level, when you get past that, you can get to the point of lowering the size of your company, which is a positive thing, and that's what I'm getting at. Your trucking company, after you get some experience, try to downsize. Because I worked very hard in a smaller company, but it was still a 100+ truck company. They all knew me by name. The experience with them was good. What is not good is that they're using you. And of course, the smaller fleets obviously using you, but they're caring more about you. When you have a few people that works for you, you're going to care for each and every one of them, right? So I work for a company that has 5 drivers. I'm one of those 5 drivers. Seriously, small fleet of 5. And I'm getting paid 10 cents per mile more than I was making at my previous company. I have a good relationship with my dispatcher. We literally text all the time. And he only works with 5 drivers. My dispatcher, which is basically my boss, but we don't pretend like he's my boss because he's just giving me loads like a dispatcher. And we have a good relationship. And it's a lot easier to have a good relationship like that when it's only one guy dealing with 5 guys rather than one guy dealing with 50 guys. Sorry, that was a 0, not me clutching on some boobs or something. And so it's a good relationship. I can explain my situation better. If I was to have a problem at the shipper, a wrong pickup or something, he's going to respond to me very quickly and understandably because we know each other pretty well, which is very difficult to do when you go to your terminal and you're talking to the dispatcher and you're like, oh, so which dispatcher are you? Oh, you do the Northeast. So when I'm calling for the Northeast, you're that guy? Oh, cool. I'm so-and-so, and how you doing? And, your dispatcher's not going to understand what kind of loads you like, what kind of runs you like, if you want short haul, long haul, etc. They're not going to go around the things that you want to do as a trucker. You want to wake up and take a shower. Well, if you're dispatcher if you work for a big company, they're not going to ever cater to your needs, ever. Not in the slightest bit. Ever. You are a fucking number. 2, with my dispatcher, guess what I get to do? Hey man, I don't really like picking up and dropping off every single day. What do I get? I had a load coming from, where was I? Michigan? No. I was up in Avon, New York. And I got a load that went down to Georgia, which was 2 days, but, it was good. It was good for me because I was loading and unloading every day because I went from long haul to short haul, and I really missed the long haul. Anyways, that's a video that's coming up soon. I'm going to talk about short haul versus long haul, and that's coming probably in my next trucking video. But I'm just discussing bigger company versus little company. Always go for the little company. I want the mom and pop fucking trucking companies, let alone business in general, to start to thrive. Because That's the real backbone of America, not just working for one of these big-ass companies that are multi-billionaires. Screw them. They don't deserve another penny. They don't treat you like a person. They treat you like a number, right? So, over and over again, I keep stressing that relationship between you and your dispatcher. That's important because A, you're doing the same shit. You're just driving from A to B. You're picking up, you're dropping off, you're doing all the same shit, right? So what would deviate you from these companies, like a bigger company or a smaller company? Well, how much you're getting paid is one. How happy you are doing the job because they're catering to your needs. And yeah, those are like the two main points, I would say. And when you're a smaller company, or like a small fleet, let's say, and they don't have benefits, which is good for me because now my pay's up, then I can go out and pick these benefits in the free market the way I wanted to. So if I wanted health insurance, I can go out and purchase it the way I wanted to, right? Or if, for example, me, I'm not paying for health insurance. Fuck that shit. Sorry for my French. But I am able to hold on to all my money, or at least the majority of it, minus taxes and shit. And I don't have to purchase health insurance through a company or have a 401k account or medical insurance and all this other shit that you would generally see through a company that they would provide you. And how often do you go to the dentist? Me? When was the last time I went to the dentist? When I was 18, maybe? 17? Probably 17. Yeah, it had to have been. I had to have been a teenager back when I freaking last went to the dentist. So, if I paid for that every freaking week, $20, $20 or $50 or $100 a week, just to go to the dentist? What? Doesn't make sense, right? Because let's say I did $50 a week, times that by 50 weeks a year, that's $2,500 every year. Times that by when I was 18, that was 13 years ago. Times that by 13. We're looking into the tens of thousands of dollars. And I never even go to the dentist. Tens of thousands of dollars. Right? For example. So, I don't want that. I don't want to be wasting tens of thousands of dollars if I don't have to. So, and if I did want to go to the dentist when I went to the dentist, I would probably go out of pocket because that would be so rare an occasion for me to go to the dentist. I stay away from sugar. I take care of my teeth. Why would I? I'm an adult. I take care of myself. I don't just go, I don't know how to brush my teeth. You know what I'm getting at? You don't have to go to the dentist. And if you do go to the dentist and you want to leave me a comment, I really want to go to the dentist. Okay, well, in the free market, you can pay for that. So I'm just advertising to that smaller company that I really want to see blossom once again. I want to see them make the money, not Swift taking them all the loads, all the good loads, and then paying you pennies. Just doesn't make sense to me. These company drivers making 35 cents a mile, and they've been working for this company for 10 years. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck are you doing working for pennies? When you can just go to one of these small fleets and make at least 10 cents more a mile to start. No benefits, but fuck the benefits, right? They're just, for me personally, I don't like the benefit thing. I don't like unions because that drives down the cost of the employee. The employee isn't going to be paid nearly as much in a union, just like socialism, right? You got to give your money to everybody else. Give your money to everybody else. Pay up. I don't like that. All right, so you're making a lot more money on a fleet. You can pretty much run how you want because you're actually going to be able to talk to the guy and be like, hey, I like to run longer. I like to run shorter. I want to have about 400 miles a day or 700 miles a day. Whatever it is that you want to be ran. At least that's what my company's doing for me. So the small fleet, the smaller company is a home run for me. did want to actually talk more about my specific company, but I'm not going to in this video. Maybe in the future, maybe. I'm definitely going to tell you a short haul versus long haul type video. I saw Smart Trucking made one, and I'm not going to mimic what they said. I'm just going to give you my experience. And yeah, stay tuned for more content. If you want to be a big company guy, well, you're going to get what you're going to get. Sucks for you, nerd. Am I saying it's impossible to make money in those situations? No. Is it impossible to ever know anybody in those situations? No. But I definitely will say that almost every single person, regardless of what you're thinking about it, is better off in a smaller company. Smaller the better. 5 trucks, 500 trucks, 5,000 trucks, you're fooked, as Conor McGregor would say. Alright, that's enough for this video. I don't want these trucking videos to get long. Stay tuned for more content. I'm going to have a plethora of different ideas and different content coming your way. Stay tuned.